Well, I don't know that I know Steve very well. I'm glad you came. But what I can tell you about him is my daughter leaned to him and said, "Oh, he's the nice guy that said take more candy." Even she thinks you're a nice guy. So thank you for that. And thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I've thought long and hard about what I would say to everyone tonight. And I wanted to make sure I had everyone here. I felt your energy. I felt your thoughts. And I felt what would matter the most to all of you. This industry is very, very important. As Randy said, I've been here at every single event you guys have done. And that's not a mistake. Who here has failed at something? Okay. And if you lie about that, you lie about anything. Right? But in failure, what can come of that? Progress. What else? Help. Greatness. Learning. What else?
Strength.
Growth. Strength. Back over here. What about the tech guy that just won first place? What comes from failure? It was like experience. Experience. Right? Failure is crucial. Everyone here, especially the owners, have failed. But why are you still here if you've failed? Passion or compassion or both? Both. Okay. In the core of failure, when it feels like all is lost and there's no way to turn it around, as a dear friend told me, someone who changed my life, victory is near. It's so near. Some of you that have attended some of my classes have heard some of the heartache and the things that I've gone through in the last 8 years. A deep, intense battle that cost me $996,000. And by the way, for some of you that have failed, zero's not the end, is it? You can go way into the debt really far, right? And so with that and then the other, it was 1 point something million at that point. And I was told it couldn't be done. 6 different attorneys in a real deep legal battle. Losing court, losing appellate court. We have an appellate court here in Florida. And the appellate court ruled it couldn't be challenged in the Supreme Court. How do you rule that in the appellate court? You can't take this to a higher court and overrule us. I don't have any idea how that happened. It made no sense. Does failure make sense? At least not at the time, right? But the reason why I love this industry so much, and by the way, difficulty can bring you to your knees. True? True? Help them out. True? Yeah. Well, it can also take you face down on the floor bawling. So in my pursuit to spend more time with someone I loved more than anyone on the planet, it wasn't working. I was losing. I was face down on the floor in carpet, bawling, crying out to my Creator. What do I do? Everything I've done is wrong. Everything I've tried is sideways. Everything I've brought, all this energy, this massive energy I have, right? I have a little bit of energy if you've been to my classes. I don't drink caffeine, by the way. who knows what would happen. But face down on the carpet, just bawling, pleading. And about 3 or 4 months before that, feeling like things were going to turn around, right? Finally, after 3 or 4 years, and then having them not and go sideways and backward, and just unbelievable failure in every way. The good news is, at some point, you no longer fear. True? I see a few heads nod. You don't fear anymore. What's possible when you don't fear anymore? I thought anything, right? So I stopped fearing, I went harder, and it didn't work out. And we lost in the appellate court, and I'm face down on the floor bawling. And I don't remember all my words, but I remember saying, how? What else? Can someone help? I'm sure you are. Doesn't feel like it, but I'm sure you are because I'm still alive. But could I just get other people to help? And at that point, incredibly wealthy people were attacking me and coming after me and trying to ruin me. And that's fun, right? And if you've got more than one person trying to take you down, you know you're a force. It's true. And there were 8 at that point. And I was going, wow. Anthony, you know a little bit about it. It's good to see you, by the way. Anthony Antonazio. Give him a hand, by the way. Talk about overcoming. Back from the dead, brother. So happy to see you. Thank you for being here. Yeah, victory. That's right. And so, at that moment, you kind of cry out everything you got for the time, right? And you get up, and you do, and you try to figure out, okay, what's next? And one thing that happens also is not just lose fear. So that's the first thing, is you lose fear. The second thing, you get really clear on what you want. Like so clear. This is exactly what I want. And I started seeing it in my mind, closing my eyes and seeing and visualizing. And you say, wow, I have a hard time visualizing it. Well, get a sense for it, get a feel for it. But you see it over and over and over. See the victory, see the people smiling, see the excitement, see the laughter, see the winning, see the victory. I said victory twice on purpose. And at some point, you start to realize, because we are born dependent, right? Yeah? Yes? And then we become independent, right, Ray? We become independent. Is that real, though? Are you actually really independent of everyone else? You see, if I'm a grown adult and I'm providing for myself, doing my own stuff, and possibly a family too, right? Doesn't someone still have to pay me? Or agree to pay me? Doesn't someone still have to actually approve the loan, or approve the lease, or approve the deal, or approve the contract? Yeah. And you say, forget it, I'll start my own business, then I'm the boss, and then no, I don't have to rely on anyone else except my clients. They have to agree to hire me and pay me. When you really look at it, we're not independent at all. We just think we are. But we're still actually dependent on others, aren't we? Isn't that amazing? That just blew my mind when I finally realized that. And I said, well, okay, independent is really immature. Because you're still relying on everyone. You just don't realize it, but you have a level of confidence that they're just going to do it and say yes. If you pay them enough, you convince them enough, you work hard enough, they'll just choose you, they'll stay with you, they'll approve you. But you're really actually still dependent. Does that make sense? How many follow that? Say aye. Okay. So then I said, well, what's next? And the next level is interdependent, where I can do it on my own, Don, but I choose to work through others. So I said, okay, who do I need to choose to work through? And I finally found an attorney that had lost his kids in court. His wife took his kids completely away from him, 100% custody. And he was bawling and crying and just feeling all this terrible feelings. So guess what he did? He went to law school and he said, I'm in law school because I'm going to get a degree. And he went ahead and got an MBA too, business and law school at the same time. Those guys, if you can walk and chew gum at the same time doing that, it's so intense because they're deep graduate studies in two totally different things. A JD MBA, they call it. He did that, and he went back to court, and he got his kids back. I said, oh, he did it. Somebody did it. I need to find someone who's done what I'm trying to do. But I don't want to find someone who was born into it, or had really wealthy things, or were already super athletic. I wanted to find someone that had nothing and built something out of nothing. Someone that was a terrible basketball player, and now he's an incredible basketball player. A woman that couldn't sing, and now she has an unbelievable voice. Does that make sense? They didn't have anything before, and they built everything from scratch. How many follow that one? Yeah, right? Oh, you're waiting. Say aye. Oh, okay. You're waiting for that. Okay, so I did that, and everything started shifting a little bit. This was in the last 3 years. And then we had another legal attack where they attacked all of my clients and all of my network. And I lost all the revenue that I'd made and built up for the last 8 years. Everyone was kind of like, Jeremiah, hey, you need to figure this out. No. These are letters where you're getting where you're saying, hey, somebody's starving. Somebody's going without because dad's a goof. Can you send us the money instead of him? Kind of those kind of letters. I'm not speaking in total detail right now, but hopefully you're picking up enough. Right? Are you? All right. And after the second legal letter, everyone dropped me. And the word was, if you work with Jeremiah, you might get sued. Can you imagine in your industry, if someone hammered your name, how would you recover? And how long would it take? Have you had it happen before? It's a hard one, right? So that happened in my core industry. I had a contract to do like 40 to 50,000 a month. It was going up to 250,000 a month. And we were like whistling and cranking, and all of it disappeared overnight. And I had no clients at all. Guys, this was like 3 years ago. Can you imagine me with no clients? There's no way. I've got to be able to help somebody. And one guy stayed with me after all the legal stuff. And that guy was in this industry. I just needed it for 4 months. That's it. It took me 4 months to find a new way around and just hit a new home run, right? I'm not going to stay down long, guys. You know that if you've been around me. Or if you saw me on a football field, right? I'm not going to stay down. I fumble, I'm back the next play. And that guy was in this industry. And that's when this industry really started mattering to me, because it was the only industry in my entire career and network that was still with me after all this happened. Do you guys want to know who it was? Come on, do you want to know? Yes. Do you guys know who Bill Cummins is? Appliance master in New Jersey? It was Bill. Now, he didn't know this, and he's going to say, what? If you guys tell him. He didn't know that he was the only one, because I couldn't tell you, hey, you're my only client. Right? But for 4 months, I had nothing except Bill. I thought I was going to get booted out of my place and lose all, and I had leveraged and sold all my assets, because remember, I spent $996K in the legal battle. So I literally didn't even own anything. But for 4 months, when I hit that rock bottom and I was face down, Bill was with me. This industry. No HVAC guys, no plumbers, no electricians. An appliance service repair guy. Do you see why I'm here now? And I'm not the only one here. Did I bring someone? In the end of May, we won that legal battle. And for the first time in my life, I got to take someone to school. That doesn't seem like a big deal, does it? Who's going to take him, you or me? Fine. I'm like, I will. I'll do it. Come on. Let me do it. So we're still figuring out the homework and stuff, right? I've never done it before. But it went from 20 to 50 with no primary, no permission for anything ever again. Go wherever we want, do whatever we want. With a clause that I get it all if they don't turn it around. I just said with a clause that I get it all if they don't turn it around. Come on. That's unbelievable. And so 3 days or 4 days? Let's see. When was Monday? Is it Wednesday? Yeah. Okay. I'm just still lit up from the victory. Okay, so three days ago, I officially made someone another owner of our company. She's right down there with the blonde curly hair. And she's at your trade show because I'm bringing family into it now, right? And Brooklyn's first order of business, this is Brooklyn with the blonde curly hair right here. This isn't embarrassing, Brooklyn, don't worry. And her first order of business was to hire another kid. She said, you know what? There's not enough kids here. This is boring. So I'm going to hire another one. And her first employee right there is the girl sitting next to her. Journey, hold your hand up. Hold your hand up. And she's getting paid good too. And it's not just a small percentage on her, guys. It's a big one. It's a big one. Everything I fought for, everything I tried to pull off, and everything we eventually pulled off, I now tie to this industry. I tie to all of you. Bill's one of you and you're one of him, true? You guys stick together. I need some more of you guys to sign up with me. Come support me because we're here and we love you guys. And this industry means everything to me. And if it doesn't to you, it should. So love it more, give it more, bring more. Steve was an incredible example, right? Guys, be like Steve. But my daughter won't take extra care. She's got I don't have it in me. I just keep eating more and more. She's like, yeah, I'm good. She'll have enough and stop. I keep going. But thank you, Steve. Thank you for having just here for a short period of time. And even my family was impacted by you, brother. Thank you for that. Give Steve a hand too, right? So I just want to conclude. Are we okay on time, Randy? Yeah. Okay. I just want to conclude with a few things. Number one, you guys are wonderful. And I really mean that. You guys are wonderful. I've met some incredible people here. I see EJ back there, George, right? Some really, yeah, Ralph. I mean, there's just some really amazing people here, and I want to thank you all. And I thank Randy and everyone and PSA. They put on a great event. We missed it. Not having it, is it the last 2 years? We missed it, didn't we? Everyone say, oh. Now everyone say, ah. Yeah. And I love that our other owner and employee is outspoken. I love that. It's important. Make sure your employees have a voice, and make sure they're not afraid to share it. Let them know how important it is. I shared the 4 questions in my class. I'll just share them quickly tonight. What should I do more of? What should I do less of? What should I start doing? And what should I stop doing? I've asked these to my daughter for years. Sometimes it takes a while, right? But you get really powerful answers. At first, they'll be, oh, whatever, this is a joke, you know. But stick with it. They have the answers for you, by the way. It's true. So let me share in conclusion what we did with Bill. I called him and made sure it was okay. When I worked with him, we pushed some things really hard, and we did it during COVID. And then Anthony, we did that webinar. You remember that? We were jumping on the webinar and we had that thing rolling. The first thing I said to Bill is, people have to know you're open. Guys, it was a while ago, but do you remember when you didn't know who was open? You just went and it's like stuff was closed in the COVID stuff, right? It's like, well, what the hell's going on, right? And everything was just closed. And the first thing was like, market. We're open. And that was the focus. The second thing is like, when your texts go to the house, 6 bottles of sanitizer, 15 masks, 20, like just blow it up, make it nuts. People will love it. And you know what? The highest profit year, 2020, for Bill's company in 40 years. The most profit they have ever made in their 40-year history, 38, 39, maybe it's 38. It's right in those two. I keep saying 40, but it might be 38. So I just want to be accurate, but it's right up there. The second thing I said, you guys have work, you're blowing it up. They were really busy. No one else was doing anything. And I just said, it's time to take the talent. We got work, no one else has work. They just started snatching the best techs all across the community, all across the area. Guys, it's business, you know? At that point, it's like do or die. A lot of people died. You guys got really fortunate though, because I said, look, everyone's home. They gotta have appliances. They're stuck at home. I gotta have my washer. I gotta have my microwave. Right? What a huge blessing. What an unbelievable blessing. I don't need a new AC. It's not that hot. We're okay. But I want my dishwasher. Right? That's true. And we leveraged it and we did it again in 2021. Most profitable year they'd ever had. Crushing it. Replaced some employees that shouldn't have been there. Pulled in all this talent. I said, hey, what if we hire people with multi-skills like AC or plumbing, and we can start adding extra services? So he did that too. And I pushed and drove that. So he was my lifeline, and I guess I was his too. So it was a really powerful, you would say, a symbiotic relationship. It's a fancy word. Just means like we really relied on each other and fed off of each other heavily. But I want to thank Bill. He's not here. But he's doing phenomenal, and he was incredible, and he was a big one. So in conclusion, I want to say, guys, be a good friend. And you never know who you're going to impact, right? He knew he was like, I loved working with him, but he had no idea what he was doing, like deeply. And I haven't told him this. You guys know first. So, shh, I'll tell him tonight. Let me tell him first. No, it's fine. It's fine. But I want everyone to know you can do anything. Our country is still free, and it's beautiful, and business is a gift. Yeah, see, he's yawning. He's saying, okay, yeah. Hurry up, buddy. I'm just kidding. I'm teasing. So let's finish in the way that most of you know how to finish my class. Do you guys know what we do at the end of my class? Everyone stand up. Come on, stand up. Okay, I'm probably going to leave the microphone to do this. Everyone know the yes clap by now? Enough of you know it. Let's go. Say yes! Say yes! Say yes! Say yes! High five. High five your neighbor and tell him you rock. Point at somebody and say, I own you. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it.